Hi everyone, so today I'll be doing a review with my sister on this Homeworx 18-ounce 4-wick candle in the scent Coastal Sands. You aren't able to purchase this on the Slatkin and Co website, I believe, right now. However, they do have it on QVC at the time that I'm recording this in a duo pack for $39.98. However, my sister purchased this at HomeGoods for $14.99 plus tax. Her candle has a pour date of June 6, 2024. The scent story online reads, bring the essence of a sun-drenched shoreline straight to your living room with this coastal sand scented candle designed to create an inviting seashore ambiance perfect for relaxing after a busy day or setting the mood for warm gatherings. Fragrance notes, a blend of salted sand, beach rose, bergamot waters, and neroli. These Homeworx candles are made in Vietnam, and the approximate burn time is 30 to 55 hours. All right, so to briefly talk about the packaging, I personally never really liked how Homeworx, some of their collections had this white band at the bottom because it messes up with the photorealistic label. One thing that I do like about it though, even when this candle was fuller, is that it really illuminated the label. So what do you think about the packaging, sister?
It's got a nice, what would you call it? A picture label?
Yeah, like a scenic
yeah.
label.
Even though I'm not really into the beach, I like how it looks.
Yeah, it almost looks like the beach when the sun's going down. I really like the feel that it gives. And I personally like it when candles, like, they illuminate or they act like a little soft light.
I like the ambiance it gives.
It adds a nice effect to your room, which is kind of dark. What would you say that the strength on cold is?
I'd give it a solid medium.
Solid medium?
Maybe trying to creep up to be, strong.
Okay, and I think that my rating, I think it would agree with my sister's. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. Strength while burning, I'm kind of skipping to this part, but I personally would give it about a 7.5 without a hurricane. How about you? I know that this is kind of jumping ahead.
Yeah, I would agree.
What would you say is the best way to describe this candle? And would you say it smells the same on cold versus while burning?
No, I liked it better on cold. And then when I burned it, I feel like it got more powdery and I guess more neroli than orange blossom.
Okay, and you wanted more orange blossom?
Yeah.
I personally think that the candle is somewhat similar, but it just becomes more intense and it's amplified by the heat. And I feel like it's almost kind of that same fragrance, but just more overwhelming. And oddly enough, I get almost this like beach ocean feel, but when it's hot outside, so like the water is warm, but that neroli, you just cannot escape it.
Yeah.
So how I think the notes that I wrote, because you were the one who was mainly burning it in your smaller bedroom, I put, you have to love neroli to burn this one. It's not really sunscreen-like because I don't get a banana or a coconut, but it's perfumey in a summer beach type of way. It doesn't really smell necessarily like, we keep bringing up orange blossom because I think we prefer more of a green orange blossom note. I put that it's an elevated neroli with added floral notes without it being too green. I think for the second or third time, I put very perfumey and that the rose note isn't too apparent and I mainly get a smooth neroli. It's powdery, but I wouldn't say it's overly powdery.
What's really overpowdering is the Sparkling Summer from BBW. That thing was just very...
Yeah, so some comparisons, Sparkling Summer from Bath & Body Works, that one's just a powder bomb and it does have neroli. Another one is, this is a body care mist from Glossier. I believe it's Orange Blossom Neroli. I think that one is a little bit more powdery than this one as well. And I think this one is definitely like a warm beach scent. There's this other candle from Kringle. What is it? Orange Blossom and Honey, which is a new scent that they came out for the spring. That one is more green than this candle. I think this is definitely a summer candle versus the other one I would say leans more towards spring. Anyways, let me get an overhead view and then we'll talk about the performance. All right, so here's an overhead view of my sister's candle. Again, she's had this burning in her smaller bedroom. we currently do not have the AC going. And the candle is almost fully pulled out, but I find that even towards the bottom, would you say it still takes a long time for this candle to pull out?
Yeah, I would say so.
So in my medium-sized bedroom, I would say that I could smell it, but it took about 45 minutes for me to really like to reach its optimal strength and throw.
The optimum for.
Yeah, because I feel like prior to that, it was noticeable, but I felt like it reached its peak. It kind of plateaued out, but it did hit like a 7.5, 8 out of 10 in my room. And it took about 2 hours for this candle to fully reach an even wax pull. Granted, it was earlier on in the candle, so you're further away from the wick clips. And I wrote warm, beachy scent. This one took some time to really get going, and I got mushroom tops. So one thing that I have to say, because I've been trimming your candle, is that I feel like these wicks have a tendency to lean a little bit. So when I would get the candle, I would kind of straighten them out a little bit. But so far we haven't lost a wick, but then again, we don't dip our wicks in order to extinguish it. What would you say has been the performance? Like, I think you kind of made a sound that you would disagree. Do you get the immediate 7.5 or the medium strength and throw right off bat?
I don't know about the 7, the optimum like smell or the optimum, what would you call it?
Strength and throw.
But to me, it starts off medium.
Okay.
And it wants to shoot up to a strong, and I'm just like, no. And I'm like, why can't other Homeworx candles smell this intensely? I don't know if it's just this particular candle that's like trying to be strong, or it's just the scent that I'm really picking up on it. Like, I'm telling you, as soon as it starts to melt, like we're talking like a few minutes into me lighting it, I can smell it already.
Oh, okay. So it might also be that you're really in tune to the scent because you don't love it. I do have to say that I think we might have skipped the throw. I think the throw is high. I think it's like an 8. Yeah. 8.5 out of 10, because my sister had this going one day and her room is kind of in the corner of our house, and my parents' bedroom is next to it after a hallway and a bathroom. And I was outside, the window was open, and I got whiffs of neroli. And I thought, oh my word, this is a little intense. I definitely don't think that this induces a headache, though.
No, it doesn't.
It's not like too chemically, or I guess like the top notes are screaming at you or anything. But I think you say, would you classify this candle with the AC on as still medium or strong, or does it change your strength?
Because I think one time we turned on the AC. I guess it got hotter than 78.
Yeah,
and it was 77, I think. And I noticed it less. Okay. Which was good, but I still noticed it, but it wasn't as intense.
So it dropped down from a solid medium to a low medium, or did it go all the way to the low category?
I would say low medium. It didn't reach, unscented or anything.
Overall, I would say that Coastal Sands is a neroli, floral, perfumey type of a scent. I think it smells definitely like summer. Would you repurchase this candle, sister?
No.
And why wouldn't you repurchase it? Is it because of the performance?
No, I think it performs pretty well.
Okay. Like you would want more Homeworx candles to perform this well, right?
Yeah, of scents that I like.
And so the main reason is because of the scent?
Yes. Yeah. Well, one, I don't really like summer. And this candle is very summer. And also it's very neroli. And I think after burning several like neroli candles and having a wallflower plug of sparkling summer, having the concentrated room spray, I am nerolied out.
Oh, and you also had the glossy.
And then I'm trying to finish up that. Yeah, I'm trying to finish up that body mist, and I am kind of over neroli. I just want my orange blossom.
Yeah, so I would agree that I personally wouldn't pick out this scent. I think it's because I kind of knew off the bat that neroli scents weren't really for me. But I would have to say that if you love more elevated beach resort summer candles, I think that this would do a good job at mimicking that scene that you're seeing on the label, before you hit the white band at the bottom. And this is one Homeworx candle that has performed. Besides it mushrooming, I don't see any discoloration in the wax. There are no black bits. The wicks are holding on pretty well. The only thing is that I would say that it just takes some time for it to reach an even wax pull. I think that the note that I get the least in this candle would maybe be the beach rose. I think the neroli is just kind of powering through. If anything, it's just amplifying that floral note in the neroli. And there is like an aquatic feel to it, but the aquatic feel isn't taking away from the neroli. It's just kind of making it more like ocean-y, I guess, if that's a word. All right, but those are our overall thoughts and opinions on the candle. Good performance. The scent, I guess, isn't for us, but you know, wow. I wasn't say 2 slow claps for a Homeworx candle that performs. Pleasantly surprised. If only this was another fragrance. But okay, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great day.
Bye.